hello, and welcome to round 3 of the 2025 Discraft Ledgestone Open presented by Zuka. This is moving day and our last day at Sunset Hills disc golf course in Pekin, Illinois. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the two hot geese.
Honk.
Honk. Indeed. Hello, everyone. Another sweltering one out there. And that's about all I have to say, honestly. It's all consuming, I think.
Yeah, it really is. There is no wind at all. It's just about trying to figure out how to find shade and keep yourself cool. Mertsch, Scoggins, Rebecca Don, and Valerie Mandujano are joining us today on our lead card. And at Sunset Hills, it's all about birdies.
Yeah, you can get one on hole 1. It's a par 4, 636 feet. There is OB on the left that can come into play if you get a flare skip. Usually you hang it out over this nice golf fairway over here, and it's nice to skip back towards the path or perhaps even over it if you throw far enough, but again, you don't want to mess around too much on that left side. Second approach is often blind from kind of the main landing zone of the middle of the field. It takes big distance to get to the point where you can see the pin, and then there is OB water obviously behind it. It's difficult to manage that hill on your way in.
Mertsch stringing together 2 really good rounds at 2 very different courses. So far through the first half of the event, she is finding a lot of fairways.
And she found a lot of birdies on the back 9 and was kind of the only one to do so on our lead card yesterday.
From Los Angeles, California, Scoggins.
I think she did the same thing at Northwoods. She kind of was cool on the front, hot on the back.
Yeah, she tends to, I think, I don't know, mess around, have some trouble, and then really dial it in the latter half. Own hanging it way out to the right. It's fine over there, just a little bit more difficult of an up.
From Westport, Ontario, Canada, Rebecca Don.
Rebecca shooting a 6 down on this course yesterday to make it onto lead card, jumping up 8 spots.
We haven't got to watch Rebecca very much, but we've seen and heard her name a lot on leaderboards. She's from Canada, a younger player. I don't know anything about Rebecca.
Texas, Valerie Mandujano.
Canada, that's what I know.
Yeah. I don't know anything about her game. I'm excited to watch a new player and learn. We know Valerie Mandujano, though. I got to play with her yesterday. She is really good at keeping it in the fairway and keeping the round clean. One of the most consistent golfers on tour.
Rebecca played really well at the Discmania Challenge in Des Moines, which you weren't at that one. So she was on lead card for that one and did end up getting 4th. So I have seen her play before, and she is quite good, it turns out.
Kat coming in hot and very fortunate to find the backboard just before the green.
Owen making the cameraman dance and gonna be in a tricky spot. I don't think she'll really be able to run that one, but you never know with Owen.
Valerie definitely early releasing this one a little bit, but she probably threw something slower speed, and it does check up just on the edge of the rough. It's going to be tough to get up and down from there, but we'll see what she has to work with.
Big drive from Rebecca. And I would be surprised if she was actually trying to go left side of the tree there. Seemed like an early release, but it's going to work out, actually.
Yeah, it finishes nice and straight. Oh, and Valerie.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she went a little bit deeper into the rough than I thought. All she has to do is get out to circle 1, and she does it. Owen is definitely shaped up with a putt. And that's a smart play.
Rebecca from just inside the circle looking at a birdie. Unable to convert. Hole 1, yeah, it's not quite a bonus, but it's not quite a gimme. It's just a nice attackable hole that you could get.
Yeah, it's one that you see a lot of players playing smart on their second shot. Being aggressive on this green is tough, especially if you've made an error on your approach.
A great scramble from Valerie.
Only 22% of the field getting it, 11 out of the 46 competitors we had with stats today.
And just a reminder, it is cut day, and we will be moving back to Northwoods for Championship Sunday.
I believe it's the top 25?
25, I think is right,
25 competitors with ties. Let's do a check-in with Missy Gannon on number 2. Big hyzer shot she takes to the sky. Even gets a little bit of ground play here. Just outside. Oh, just inside the bullseye.
It's getting harder to do as those trees kind of grow in. You can definitely find the circle, I think, pretty easily on this hole, but bullseye's hard to do. So a nice shot for Missy.
Another check-in ahead on 3. This is a really, really tough par 3. It's one of the most dangerous greens we play all year.
Wow, on a rope. Emily Weatherman inside the circle with a pure straight shot. That's impressive.
We had a little more wind today. It was a tiny bit of a headwind here. It was an extra impressive shot with the wind conditions. And then look at this putt. Emily did say, though, that she feels more comfortable playing in the wind than in no wind. She's like, I have no idea where to aim if
That's
it's not windy.
funny. I've never heard anyone say that.
Yeah, she said that today on hole 6. I was like, oh,
Huh.
I know.
Blew my mind a little. And Kat Mertsch extending her lead to 4 strokes with that birdie on hole 1.
Hole 2 is, well, we just watched Missy Gannon birdie. It's 313 feet, but it plays closer to 340-ish because of these big tree branches. You can throw a low ceiling shot under those tree branches. I watched Holly Finley do that today. You can go a little bit higher and more linear. You can go up really high like Missy did and wide and maybe try to spike something in. It's player's choice here. You just do not want to go deep of the basket where it slopes off towards out of bounds.
Kat taking the inside route, catching a couple leaves, but it's still really, really good.
Oh, and leaving it a little short. She'll be in circle 2, but we know that's within range.
You ever see anyone forehand here anymore?
No.
I feel like for a while people were messing around with that, and I think everyone just kind of realized it's not worth it.
Yeah, everyone's developed their backhand game so much that this is kind of an easy-ish backhand, easy and safe. I mean, of course, what happened to Rebecca Dawn could happen to any of us at any moment, but at least it's safe. Whereas that forehand is a lot of messing around.
Oh yeah, Valerie. Just outside the bullseye. Perfect shot.
This one always surprises me how difficult it is to get all the way to the basket.
Yeah, I know. You see a lot of people end up like one step outside the circle.
Mm-hmm. Rebecca with a little more of an approach than you want here.
And probably not one you've practiced a whole lot, but she absolutely pins it.
So
You're like,
good.
I'll never do that in the competition. Hit that first tree.
This played as the second easiest hole of the day with 40% of the field birdieing, over half of the competitors at least to circle 2 in regulation.
Great putt from Yeah, right off the bat, let's just give her a slow-mez. I mean, she earned it, actually.
Yeah, one of only 2 people to hit this circle 2 putt. It's a scary one. It drops off right behind the basket. Kat Mertsch in with that little teeny bit of a tester putt.
She's looking deadly. She looks focused today.
She does already.
A great birdie from Val as well.
I wish there was a little thermometer in the corner. I could just show the temperature climbing.
Just leave the little emoji that's like way too hot and sweating in the corner just to remind everyone like it's rough out here.
Like panting type of hot.
Hole 3, we saw Emily Weatherman get inside the circle on this one. A rare feat at 384 feet downhill. It plays maybe only slightly shorter, but the line is very difficult. This is the straight shot, which is becoming less and less common, I think, as that tree kind of grows in. There's a hyzer backhand route. There's a kind of a hyzer forehand route. You can do all sorts of shapes under that branch as well. The main thing is do not land in these hazard bunkers. They you're just gonna have a bad time. But the thing is too, is if you mess up your drive, it's the scariest approach shot on the course to try to land in between those 3 bunkers. So get at least 3/4 of the way down there.
And that's why this shot is so scary, because if you catch those low-hanging branches that we see Kat just kind of sneak under, it drops you down way too far back in the fairway. That's why I kind of like the hyzer route or the big forehand, or I do a turnover on this forehand route, and I just takes all the trees out of the play.
I think left side like that is the play, whether it's forehand or the backhand turnover, because that hyzer backhand, if you catch that early tree, like that's it. It's over. And a nice forehand from Own, just a bit farther back than you would like to be on that approach, but not by much. Oh, wow, look at it keep going. I thought that was going to fade out even earlier. I am not sure what it's like over there.
That's where I was yesterday, and it lines you up nicely for a straight shot to the green, and thankfully there's not a bunker behind it, but you do have to go right in between the two. You can lay up in that bigger area to the left of the basket that we can see right now.
Decision time for Rebecca. You see a lot of ladies just kind of lay up a little short. She's going for it. Wow.
Look at these approach shots from Rebecca. These are incredible.
That's insane, honestly.
2 in a row.
Yeah, but this one, I mean, that's like 15 feet of safe land there.
Yeah, you can see Valerie just coming up a little bit short. She pushes it just a teeny bit more maybe than she wanted, but it works out. Even Kat has a bit of a tester here, especially with that tree in the way.
I like the forehand from this side, going over that nice bigger patch of safe land.
She's been throwing those little hyzer flip approach forehand shots so good. And it's a big sigh of relief once you're on this green. This played as the second most difficult hole of the day, with only 3 competitors getting to circle 1 in regulation, 4 birdies out of the 46 we have, or 49 we have in the field.
All pars is rare.
Yeah, 30% of the field with a bogey or worse. We are definitely getting better, though, because the stats can be so crazy on hole 3, but everyone seems to be dialing it in nicely.
Kat Mertsch really cooling off with that par. Can she stay ahead?
Do you think we could see double digits today?
I think so. After a round yesterday and getting another crack at it,
Yeah.
I think we could.
Especially like with the little tiny bit of wind, I feel like it does make everyone focus a little bit more.
Sure.
Here's Hole 4, speaking of focus, this is one that you really need to dial it in, because if you hit any of these branches, you are pretty much straight into the drink. The hazard bunker can come into play on the right as well, and I've even seen competitors accidentally flip something up and find that OB green deep. You want to ideally land something close. There can be some putting woes in that tall grass just to the right of the basket, but you're fine with that.
That looks good.
Yeah.
Ooh, that looks great. I like the just straight run. Ooh, good. I I want to see her look at it. She runs basically as part of her follow through.
Yeah.
So nice.
That tall grass has gotten, the patch of it is smaller and smaller, which is nice. I swear it used to be twice that big.
Yeah.
Is that just my brain, or is that true?
I feel like it was bigger too, but
Yeah.
it doesn't look like it was once you get down there.
I think it was.
No, I mean, I think it was too, but once you get down there and look around the edges, it doesn't look like there was anything lost. Like, it looks the same, but it definitely has felt bigger in the past.
Oh, and with a perfect shot as well. Valerie hanging hers a little wider. And yeah, I'll check up just on circle's edge. When I came through, for some reason, there was a ripping headwind here. It was bizarre. It was the only spot on the course.
There was a little bit of a headwind for sure when my card came through too, but I would not describe it as ripping.
That's why it was the only place where it's like, oh, it's going to be windy today. I wrote it down. And
Yeah.
then never again was there enough wind to write it down.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's a strange little... All right, Valerie up first for birdie. Don't do it.
A nice putt from Rebecca after two really impressive approach shots on the last two holes where she didn't have to putt.
Count it. She does occasionally miss these, but almost never. Dang, Cat, 3 out of the first 4 holes. Very impressive. The record out here is 11 down. Though that was on arguably a slightly easier layout, but maybe only by 1 stroke.
And with the missing trees we have now too, it's like maybe evened out.
Ooh, fair point.
Here's Addison Woodard ahead on hole 6. She's on the 3rd card. She had a couple of late round errors yesterday, but otherwise a really nice round. I got to watch her play. She went across on her 2nd shot from out of bounds yesterday. Today, she's going to do it while being inbounds, and that's an eagle, folks.
Wow.
So good.
16 years old, running to the bathroom. I'm just kidding. She's so impressive. I can't wait to continue watching her play.
Yeah, she's one of my new favorite people to play with. And that puts her up into a tie for 4th place right now.
Hole 5 is a par 3, 246 feet. Shortest hole on the course. You got to carry over this water. It's not really what you're thinking about. Mostly what you're thinking about is the water on the left side of the pin. If you're throwing a backhand, you do see a lot of putters or maybe mid-ranges. Some ladies go forehand towards that water to try to fade at the end. Cat Mertsch tried that yesterday and did find the water. And then the main error on the backhand is that little, what is that?
Sawgrass?
Sawgrass, yeah. On the right, a lot of times you end up kind of pulling right towards it, just trying to make sure it's safe.
Cat gonna make sure to put some hyzer on this disc today.
Great correction.
Mm-hmm. Shall we just outside the bullseye? Oh, and really trusting that baby flex. Flexing towards out of bounds, but it checks up perfectly in the bullseye.
So good.
Yeah, what a shot. This played is the easiest hole of the day, to no surprise. 61% of the field birdieing it. pretty cool. Love having a little hole like this.
Yep.
It used to cause some mayhem as well, but a lot of the competitors really dialing in these 250-foot shots. Also, I don't know why, it feels like the basket's further away from the water than it's been in the past. I don't know, I remember walking up to this tee pad and being like, oh goodness. It's so close. But it feels a little bit safer for some reason.
Maybe you're just better.
Maybe so.
It's a little later in the year. Some of the ponds are smaller. And look how close everybody is for their birdie.
Go putt.
I'm sensing... Have we had a star frame yet in the first 2 rounds?
I don't think so.
Okay.
A little surprising after a round at Sunset, but we did have some wild scores out here yesterday. Also, this heat really does kind of take away your trusty...
Senses?
Yeah.
Faculties?
Gripping. Yeah, your grip, your sanity. And yeah, that's going to be our first star frame.
$50 to Edge.
And the star frame dance. Cat Mertsch not letting the foot off the gas, even though the rest of our lead card is playing so well. Missy Gannon also from the chase card, shooting hot. Here's our first par 5 of the day. Most competitors just making sure to avoid this out of bounds on the left side. It doesn't really matter how far you get because most FPO players are just laying up this second shot to somewhere right in this area, right around the cart path. Of course, we do see players like Addison Woodard go for it for the eagle. We have had our only FPO albatross here with Holland throwing it in on the second shot across the water. But regardless of whether you're going across in 2 or 3, it's very much so a tester of a shot with the low-hanging branches on the 2 guardian trees on the left and right side of the green. You also do not want to come in too hot because then you have a death putt coming back towards the little pond.
Cat heading towards that OB just a little bit, but she's going to check up just in time and good distance.
This fairway is so big, but it's funny how it can feel so small with that pinch point. What Own's doing here is what we all should be doing, but can be very scary.
And the tee pad is not even close to pointing that direction in either. And it's such a short tee pad that this run up feels awkward to do what Own just did.
Yeah, you almost feel like you have to round or like throw a little bit more ante on it to get it to go that way. And look, you can see Rebecca Dawn doing the same thing Cat Mertsch did. She's going to land directly on top of the OB line.
Yeah, look at everyone running up at a diagonal, and it's still just not quite big enough to swing free. A good shot from Valerie. If you're just playing for birdie, you really don't need to go huge off this tee shot. It's funny to say just play for birdie. I want to say that more.
Yeah.
If you're not going for the eagle.
This hole just used to wreck people as well, but the FPO field, we say it all the time. We probably say it every freaking weekend and you guys get tired of it, but everyone's getting so much more consistent on these, especially on these shorter shots. And the shot across the water is just no skin off anyone's back. It's half the field birdied the hole today. It's the second easiest hole of the day. It has always been a little bit of a softer par 5, but pretty cool to see the stats across the field this year.
Rebecca just choosing to lay up from there. A smart play. From that side slope.
Cat opting for the forehand here. We had a little stretch where she wasn't throwing that many forehands, and she has really started to lean on it heavily.
Yeah, I love to see it. She does pull this one just a touch, but there's plenty of room over there, and she sneaks right by.
And it's hard to say if that was intentional or not, because a lot of players do bail over to that left side.
That's the safer side than going right, for sure.
The branches are a little more forgiving, and you get to putt back towards the basket with the OB on your right side, and pretty much out of play on the putting green from over there. Valerie doing something similar. But
Beautiful.
but she is very close to the bullseye.
Rebecca's third. What is this, like 225?
Yeah,
Something like
that
that?
that seems right. Maybe a teeny bit less.
Oof,
Yeah.
beautiful. You always got to feel just a little scared you're going to hit the wall to be that close to the bullseye.
If there was one wind bounce, you are hitting the wall.
Uh-huh.
Wow, so I already said half the field birdied it, but there were also 3 eagles.
Oh, just hit band. Gosh, she was almost one of those eagles. What a shot.
She hits it on like a pure hyzer.
Yeah. What an animal. I'm glad that checked up for her. It was a great shot. Cat for a turkey.
Oh, man. Kind of flops out of the backside, just a little low left. Rebecca Dawn looking so solid on the course today. That's 3 in a row for her. She'll get her very own Ledgestone cicada, not the disc. The big flying insect.
You think she has the next one for sure?
Oh wait, 3.
It was turkey.
Turkey. Oh my gosh, yeah. I got ahead of myself.
Yeah.
I got ahead of myself.
I believe she can get the next one too.
Known with the turkey. That's what 3 in a row is, in case you didn't know.
Welcome to disc golf, everybody.
There were, I already said, 3 eagles on this hole. We watched Addison Woodard, Lexi Marks, and Hannah Wynn also with the 3s, and that is so cool.
Threegle. Paige Pierce ahead on hole 8. We did lose that tree. You can see the stump that she just went over, and that is not her best effort, but we must be seeing this for a reason.
Yeah, she's almost close to that OB bunker. This is outside circle 2.
She's got to make this.
Oh my
she
goodness.
was walking away.
The opposite of running it in. Like after she lets go, like, oh, okay, that was a
That's
good
fine.
layup.
Good attempt. What a putt. There's OB right behind that, so that was very cool. A lot of green on our lead card today.
No red.
What's going on, guys? Hold My Bag just launched the greatest disc golf fantasy game in the universe.
Hold My Bag just dropped the best fantasy disc golf game the planet has ever seen.
I want to tell you guys about the newest disc golf fantasy game on the market.
One of my favorite parts is the Hold My Bag. This is something that we started doing, and it's actually a lot of fun.
Hole 7, a par 4, 633 feet. A bit of a tricky tee shot just with the hillside and the way the trees are placed. You got to make a decision which side of the fairway you want to attack. This is kind of the center. You see some people go right at that tree. You see some ladies go way left and kind of mess with that OB on the left-hand side, so you can take the forehand gap on the second. A lot of times on the second shot, you're always going to be dealing with some kind of trees. You're going to have to shape something. It takes a very skillful approach shot to get the birdie here, but distance-wise, it's definitely within everyone's range. I would say it's just like a little hard to go as big as you want off the tee, though.
Yeah, you see some players really trying to push far to the right because it opens up a huge hyzer line. And you see other players trying to go left, like Owen's doing here. If you go early enough, you don't quite have to worry about the out of bounds, and there is a big forehand or a big turnover shot the farther left you go. I kind of like the left side just because you don't have to go super high risk off the tee and push that right side. You just can't land dead center. It leaves you with nothing.
Or, maybe you can force a flex through there and get a skip kind
with
of a something.
With a low ceiling and tall grass.
I do like that there's a lot of different strategies on this one.
I accidentally went a little further left today, and it's pretty nice over there.
I like it that way too. It's weird though. You think you're far enough left, and you really need to go left to not be dealing with that center.
Unless you can throw really far, like Cat Mertsch, and then
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter where you land.
Big shot.
Here's Owen looking down that wide open left side, but she still has about, what, 320 to the pin?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And she's also throwing over out of bounds for a bit of it. And she does burn it over, but it is safe. Valerie from a bit closer. Still a pretty full-powered shot from here.
Ooh, a little bit more of an inside route. I like it.
Yeah, me too.
We'll see if she has a putt around that one guardian tree on the left side of the green.
I like that she didn't go crazy there.
Mhm.
She's just going to trust her putt.
This is the gap I took today. I think it's a really fun shot. You do find yourself in circle two often just because of those last low-hanging branches you want to avoid.
Man, Cat is way up here.
Yeah.
That's awesome. She's going to go sidearm. I think that's a smart play based on where she is. And she absolutely nails that one. Beautiful up.
Yeah, really well managed. Love the skip shot. Owen's still throwing. And she will be inside the circle for a par.
Not her best approach.
No, no.
I mean, not the worst, but... Rebecca from about 45 feet, having to straddle around that stump.
Oh.
Good looking run.
I was hoping for the cicada.
Oh, dang. Valerie having to straddle out and around that one tree.
That little teeny branch sticking off.
That's got to be right in her way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, she tries to go underneath it. Comes up a little low on the cage, but dead center. There were only 11 birdies on hole 7 today. It actually averaged under par.
Nice.
Cat Mertsch, one of them.
I do, yeah, I like this one for the differences in strategy, as I said. And then also, it's kind of nice. You're not really going to see a whole lot of big numbers. It's, you know, if you get a bogey on this one, you're like, what am I doing?
Oopsie.
Yeah.
Yeah, tough to birdie,
But still doable.
tough to bogey.
Yeah. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Just a turkey. Cat Mertsch, the only one able to convert on that one.
Cat with a 4-stroke lead right now, even with Missy Gannon hunting 6 down through 8 on the chase card. Here is this very uphill par 3. Hole 8 was a lot more difficult last year with this tree that has since gone prey to the beetles. This one on the left used to have a lot of low-hanging branches that were really difficult to work underneath. Now you have all the space in the world, and it's crazy how it can still make this shot exceedingly difficult, not having that extra point of focus. There is out of bounds on those bunkers on the right side, and if you accidentally throw it nose up and hyzer out left, there's a OB bunker on the left side as well. You see huge high turnover shots. You see low linear laser shots. It just depends on the player here. It's 292, but plays like 360.
Cat knows that's too low out of her hand. I'm going to check up, I think, even outside circle 2.
These branches are just low enough where choosing to go underneath them is not really an option.
Did Owen just kind of do it a little bit?
But with a forehand, so it's different.
That was a great forehand.
Yeah, really, really impressive distance. That takes so much power to get up there. An impressive shot from Rebecca Dawn. I think it's so difficult to get your disc turning as far as it needs to be turning without it cut rolling.
Yeah, totally.
So pretty cool to trust just a slightly more overstable disc, stable or overstable.
I like the height on this one from Valerie.
Valerie's almost kind of like late flippy.
Yeah. Cool shot.
Yeah, getting a little bit of finish at the end, and she'll be in circle 2 looking at a birdie. This basket with a little bit of a cocked hat on. It's like, looks like it has a little attitude.
Yeah, it does.
Band is crooked.
I think she was trying to run that a bit harder.
Yeah, it's funny how your body won't let you sometimes. A nice confident little stepper from Rebecca Dawn.
Own one of the very few, I'm sure, to find the circle.
Yep, there were only 8 competitors and only 7 birdies.
Man, everyone on lead and chase card, it seems like, really pushing today. Some nice clean front nines, and you really, as we said, got to stack the birdies because there's some difficult holes on the back. Owen gonna bring it within 3 with that birdie.
Full power.
Mm-hmm. Rounding out the front, hole 9's a par 4, 533 feet. I'm calling it the phantom stump hole. It used to have a stump. This is kind of the late right side gap. You could throw a flex shot through there. There's more of a early gap that's kind of more of a hyzer, or I guess it's a flex as well. You want to get as close to the water as you can without going in it on your drive, so then it leaves a short approach shot towards this basket that's perched very close to the pond. There's OB left and right the whole way towards the pin. The OB on the right is much closer than it is on the left. You see, I like this hole because you see all sorts of stuff. You see forehands, you see backhand straight shots, you see the right hand, multiple tree gaps. It's kind of cool to see what everyone does.
Yeah, and there's not really one play that I think is the lowest risk or the
Yeah,
best play.
for
They're
sure.
all very viable. It just depends on your game plan and what works for you, especially just even that day.
Mm-hmm. Cat gonna work down the right side. It's fine there. There is some low-hanging branches that she'll have to deal with. Owen being a little bit shorter in the center might have an easier time getting across.
Rebecca with some great distance on this, but it
Oh,
does.
yeah.
It checks up.
Nice. And that's such a good side to be on because it takes those branches out of play. Especially if you aren't confident in a sidearm approach.
Valerie making sure to have that disc turn. She does a little kiss on one of the center trees, and she's going to be in a great location for going across on her second.
Very cute. Little kiss.
Owen further back than you want to be, but this seems like part of her game plan. She's really good at this shot, too.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh! I thought that was good.
Me too. That comes up short. I don't think it crossed. She'll be taking it on the short side of the pond.
Man, that was a crush from Rebecca. This is a bit of a nervy shot. You see a lot of this where you kind of end up overpowering the upshot and leaving yourself a circle 2 look, which often turns into a layup if you're staring right at the water.
Cat working another little finesse forehand approach.
Yeah, it's tricky from right there. Oh, she does such a good job of that.
Yeah, she does.
Really good angle. What a drive.
Yeah, Valerie almost in jump putt range. That one comes out just a bit early. We'll see if she decides to run it.
Oh, I'm just going to have to concede the bogey on that one.
This played as the fourth most difficult hole of the day. Almost a quarter of the field birdieing, but 30% of the field with a bogey or worse.
Oh, wow. So,
Wow!
ooh, ice in her veins.
That is so cool.
That's such a good feeling.
Yay. She's just a little bit outside circle one, and the putter must be feeling good right now. Because if that misses, that is in the pond.
And that is a gross pond to get your disc back from.
It sure is.
What a putt.
Yeah, turns out Rebecca Dawn's very fun to watch play.
Mm-hmm.
Valerie going to follow suit a little bit closer, but a tester nonetheless.
Barely fun to watch play, honestly. Yeah, birdie on this one's great. The stats tell me that people really attacked this one today.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, there was only 11 birdies, but 26 competitors got to circle 2 in regulation. 17 got to circle 1 in regulation. This was the third most OB proficient hole. 13 out of 49 competitors.
Missy with the current hot round, 6 down through 10. Anything else on your phone you want to look at?
I went on a real stat rant.
Own with the only bogey on the lead card. Everyone playing super clean, getting the birdies as you have to do out here at Sunset Hills.
Look at Valerie and Rebecca, both with 4 and 5 down, and they're moving down the leaderboard. So legitimately, everyone attacking. It looks like everyone in the top 15 or 20 shooting under par rounds, or almost everybody. And this cut line just got really interesting.
Yep.
You have to come out here and get a ton of birdies before we get to head back to Northwoods tomorrow. But we do have 9 more holes, and like Erika said earlier, they are a lot more challenging, a lot more punishing. So come hang with us on the back. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the Two Hot Geese.
Honk. And don't forget, we're almost to 500,000 on the YouTubes.
We are.
So
we're going to make it.
So please come ding the bells, join the club.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
For us.
Yep. Only for
For
us.
yourself.
And for the Jomez crew, because they work so hard and we love them so much. We'll see you guys on the back 9 of Moving Day.
Honk.
Watch your body and I feel that sunshine.